Hello and welcome to this week's edition of the John Bierchen Show. I am Kendall Grayson, play-by-play voice for Alabama. He is head coach John Bierchen. Thanks for joining us again. We are here out on the quad at the University of Alabama in Tuscaloosa. Coach, let's go back to last weekend when Alabama defeated the 7th-ranked team in the country, the Oklahoma Sooners, by 7 goals. The final score was 9-2. A big victory, obviously, for the program, but I think going back to the night before, you could tell that maybe this was coming in the way that the team was playing leading up to that game.
Well, I think I said it during the intermissions that, our execution was really well on the Thursday night game, and we just didn't really get some of the bounces, and at critical times we didn't execute what we needed to. But then you could see after Friday morning's video session, myself, Kyle Richards, and John Jacobs sat down with the team. We did a lot of work with them, just kind of shoring up some little spots that we needed help in, and you could see on Friday night that it really paid off.
And based off that victory against Oklahoma, Alabama this week jumps into the top 25 of the ACHA Division I national poll. They are ranked 25th in the country, and it marks the first time that the team has been inside the top 25 poll since joining Division I of the ACHA last season. So, Coach, what does that do for you to be ranked in the top 25 and maybe prove some doubters wrong, and at least establishes that not only does Alabama belong, but they are indeed a program on the rise?
Well, I think even back in April we talked about really establishing a high standard, and I think we did a really good job of in every aspect, whether it's some of the things we're doing off the ice in the community, our strength and conditioning program, partnering with Department of Kinesiology, the nutrition program. It was a lot of stuff that we wanted to set up. We did a really good job as an organization doing so, and you can see that this is slowly building, and I think it's vindication that the plan worked, and I think it's something that everybody in the organization can be proud of, being ranked 25th. Now we just got to keep that going.
Well, Coach, last weekend you were on the Pipeline Show, TSN 1260 in Edmonton, Alberta carries that program. Tell us more about being on that show and what you were able to accomplish, and speak to what the University of Alabama is able to do on the ice.
Well, first, I think it's a testament to everything that everybody in the program has accomplished, that a program of that stature reached out to us and wanted to talk to us about everything that was going on, whether it was our on-ice performance against Oklahoma, our off-ice charity work with donating to the Suncoast Primate Sanctuary and going into elementary schools. So I think first that's a testament to everybody that's been working hard in our program. And I think, it's a program that does a lot with major junior hockey and NCAA hockey. So to be mentioned with programs like that is really good for ourselves, the university, and the alumni and the fans. So, hopefully we can continue to make those kind of good things happen.
And you mentioned the Suncoast Primary Sanctuary in Florida. Let's talk about the night that's going to benefit that sanctuary, Harambe Night on October the 21st, when Alabama takes on the Vanderbilt Commodores. Just take us back to a couple of weeks ago when this idea came about, and I know that you talked about the staff and the players and the coaches, everybody getting involved and getting behind this idea. If you could just tell our fans a little bit more about what you're expecting to accomplish when Alabama hosts that night on the 21st of October.
Well, we were sitting there talking at a pregame meal. I think it was in West Virginia. We're like, just talking about Harambe and the situation that happened. And, anytime you have a situation like that, it's important, I think, to be able to highlight causes that might not get that day-to-day attention. So we were really sitting around kind of racking our brains, like, how could we take a negative situation and turn it into a positive? And the Suncoast Primate Sanctuary is actually 10 minutes from where I grew up in Florida, and they do phenomenal work. I've been there a couple times over my 28 years of living and then going back to Florida and visiting. And they've had some famous primates be there. Like I said, I believe Tarzan 8 from the 1930s serials used to reside there. I'm almost more than positive that Michael Jackson's monkey Bubbles, I believe what his name was, I believe he was there for a short time. So they do phenomenal work. A couple years ago they almost got shut down because they didn't have the funding. So we're really hoping to kind of capitalize on what happened with Harambe and be able to turn that into a positive and help the Suncoast Primate Sanctuary.
Coach, Alabama is in an off week this week, so what do you do differently, if anything, treating practices and things of that nature before going into a game against an opponent that you're going to play Friday, Saturday versus this weekend when they have the week off?
Well, this week we just did a lot of skill work. We kind of split up into position groups. We stayed a little bit longer than we normally do just to get everybody a little bit extra work there. But, these weeks are important for everybody to kind of rest up, continue to do work on homework and catch up on that kind of stuff, catch up on sleep and nutrition, and get a little bit stronger in the weight room. And then also, it's a really good weekend. I know some of the guys are going to the volleyball games and going to the football game and stuff, so it's a little bit of an opportunity to kind of come together with your teammates, not in a hockey situation, and get to bond that way and represent the school and support the rest of the athletic department.
And that will conclude this week's John Bierchen Show. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next week.